YouTube. I'm back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in Terminator, I'm back. Now, there is something I need to bring to some people's attention. My co-worker apparently has a problem because let's go outside because it's a little hollow in here and things get a little really elementary. So I was gonna go out on vacation. On location, but we'll wait until see how this turns out. All right, we'll go back inside. Thought it was warm. Apparently, it's still cold outside, so we'll pack up in here. It's getting packed out. The reason why I'm gonna start going to locations is because we got too many people in the damn house and not enough rooms to film my YouTube videos. Now, it's been brought to my attention that my coworker at work was whining and complaining about how he tries to talk to all the young, beautiful, attractive women at our workplace. And he must have not seen my YouTube video from last year called Sex on Valentine's at the Workplace, because had he watched that video, he wouldn't be trying to talk to every single girl at the workplace. It's one thing when I do it because I get in trouble. They don't want security guards trying to get their Mac on at the workplace. But I'm going to become rich and famous and put a stop to that bullshit permanently. But that ain't the point. The point in this YouTube video, the name of the title is going to be called Sex Talk 101, episode 47. I think either 46 or 47. I think it'll be 47. Sex with young women, but, and then put in the description, what's the word I'm looking for? That young women are just like in high school and college. Now, before I start the video, there's something else I gotta explain to this co-worker. Just like young men from the age of 18 to 29. Well, in this case, I'll say 18 to 25, but this video is for men for the age of 18 to 35. But there's one more thing I gotta get out the way before we can get into the video presentation. When you guys watch these videos, I need you to watch the videos from very beginning to the end. It's like a movie. Watch the start of the movie, watch the middle of the movie, and watch the end of the movie. I suspect, not all of you, I would say a very good 20 to 30% of men who watch these videos have a tendency to fast forward all the way to the end of the video like a dumbass and don't even pay attention to what I said in the video. And if you're actually fast forwarding through a video that's 20 minutes, 25, 30, 35 minutes, just so you can get the answers that you need to get laid, I got some bad news for you when you do that stupid bullshit. Remember when you was in high school and you try to take a math book out in class and you go to the end of the book to try to get all the answers so you wouldn't have to do your homework when you got at home, and then the very next day you went to class, you turned in your homework assignment, and then the teacher found out that you took the math book and went to the back of the book and tried to put down all the answers, and then even though they were correct, the teacher marked the answers wrong. Well, I'm a teacher. And if I find out that you are fast forwarding my video to the end just so you can get the answers, I'm going to do what a math teacher does. Even though it's the correct answer, I'm going to discredit it because, like a teacher, I expect someone to give me the breakdown on how something works, how something doesn't work. A lot of times teachers want you to give them the breakdown to how you find the answer. A lot of times we just hear, I just want the answer. They want the breakdown. So when I break down these videos, you're supposed to watch the video. I don't care if the video is 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. The purpose of the video being that long is to explain the information of common sense. So when I give you all this information, it's supposed to be put to good use. I'm not a pickup artist and I'm not a dating coach. Some of you people may think I'm a pickup artist or a dating coach. And I told you in plenty of my YouTube videos, I don't like punk ass pickup artists. I don't like punk ass dating coaches. I am the bad boy. Call 8100 bad boy effect. You heard me. 8100 bad boy effect. I'm a bad boy. And I'm not just making this shit up because if I was making this shit up, you would be laughing. But I get in trouble at my job because I have a crush on a girl and I'm on the verge of getting fired. So yeah, I'm a bad boy. Now, for a lot of you men who find young women physically and sexually attractive at the workplace, it's just like taking a time machine and going 10 or 15 or 20 years into the past back to when you were in high school. And guess what? Beautiful, attractive women, when you see them at these working environments, I don't care if it's Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, I don't care if it's McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, JCPenney's, Macy's, Old Navy, The Gap. I don't care what working environment it is. 99.999% of the time, you're going to get women that act like they're still in high school or in college. In fact, it's just like high school all over again. It's just like college all over again. And the problem with that is these females still think that they want guys that they find physically sexually attractive. Now, I know you might have spent 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years on a job where there's this girl you find physically sexually attractive, and in your mind and in your eyes, she's fucking hot. Problem is, she doesn't think the same thing about you. You know, you're in the office, you like this girl, but the girl just don't find you physically sexually attractive. You know, you go in the office and you catch her talking about what basketball players or what football players are cheating on their wives or girlfriends. Or I went to high school or college with this basketball player or football player. 99.99% of the time when girls start talking about basketball players and football players, usually that lets you know a clue on why you're not getting nowhere with the girl in the first place. Now, for the sad truth, if you didn't have a chance with any of the women in high school and college, you're not going to have a fucking chance with the females at your job. Sure, it's nice to believe that you have a chance. Something that my martial arts teacher taught me 12 years ago. It's called wishful thinking. You wish for something to work, and my sensei used to tell me this to my face when I was getting my ass whooped. You want something to work, because you want something to work, doesn't mean it fucking works. If something works, it's because it works. If something doesn't work, it doesn't work because it doesn't work. Now, we would all love for the girls at our jobs to just pay attention to us in the hallway. Stop the rolling eyes, the snapping the fucking finger, the stank ass attitude. We would like for that to just fucking stop. Unfortunately, that's not going to stop. And you see, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. They're just like high school. If you didn't have a chance with none of the women in high school or in college, you've got no chance with the girls at your job. Now, just because your best friend can get phone numbers, don't mean you can get phone numbers. Just because he can get some ass here or there, doesn't mean you can get some ass here or there. The answer to this problem is you might have to go outside. And I'm going to make another YouTube video called, not 2 videos in one day, but you know what, I'm going to make another video where you could be working all day in the daytime, and then at nighttime, guys go to this one place where they get the same type of girl they see at work. Now, even though I said you need to go after women that are from the age of 18 to 29, or from the age of 18 to 27, whatever the hell you prefer, there are rules for going after young, attractive women, especially ones who like to talk to 7 guys and don't see nothing wrong with it. Now, you feel because you work here 8 hours, 12, 15, 20 hours on a job, you feel like you've gotten to know the girl. You feel like there's some chemistry. You feel like things are going somewhere, but that's just because you're at work. And as soon as you tell her, let's go to the bar and let's hang out, there goes rejection. As soon as you say, here goes my cell phone number, or do you have a Facebook, and she look at you with a look like, why would I want to give you that? There goes rejection. Now, she may not flat out reject you. She might try to, I'll probably give it 2 or 3 days before I gotta hurt his feelings. And you might say, but I like this girl. I find her attractive. And usually women judge men off their physical appearance. If you're in athletic shape, you might still get rejected. It just may not be as painful and humiliating unless you're a 300-pound fat guy. Then yeah, it's very painful and humiliating. Now, the reason why I have to make this video is because some guys always just want the answers and they don't want to understand the video, the content. That means a lot of guys complain, well, you made the video 20 minutes, 25, 30, 35 minutes. If I make a video 20 minutes, it's made for 20 minutes. If I make a video that's 25 minutes, it's made for 25 minutes. If I make a video that's 30 minutes, it's made for 30 minutes. If I make a video that's 35, which it shouldn't be 35 minutes, but it will be made for 35 minutes. The more information I have to give you to help you so you don't make the same mistakes I or other guys in the past made, the better you will be in the future. That's why you get these long, lengthy videos, or sometimes you get a video that's too short, or you get a video that finishes right on time. I'm trying to make sure you guys understand the content of the video. You've got smart YouTubers, then you got some lazy ass YouTubers. And I don't just give you the answers to what you're looking for. I try to also make sure you understand the content as well. And when you guys like to fast forward to the end of the video so you can get the answers, so you can go run to the bookstore, the library, or the mall like a dumbass, and then try to get the girl's phone number, the reason why that backfire and blow up in a lot of guys' faces is because you need to stop trying to fast forward to the end of the video and actually pay attention to everything I or other people say in our videos. See, when you like to fast forward to the end of the video, that just leads to more painful rejection. Because the purpose of the video being 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes is I have to give you a lot of information and it's useful. That's why the guys who complain to the pickup artists and the dating coaches don't get nowhere. Because you like to go to the end of the video and then say, oh, I got it, now I'm going to go out and try it. And when you do that, that's not good. And then I get pissed off because then I got to make 2 videos, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damn videos about the same subject because some idiot fast forward through the whole entire video, didn't even listen to the beginning of the video, not even the middle of the video, just went all the way to the end of the video and then went out in public and tried the shit and then wonder why the shit didn't work. I'm not a pickup artist. I'm not a dating coach. I never said I was. What I said was I was a bad boy. And when I'm explaining to you why you're not getting anywhere with females, with women, you're supposed to watch the video. That's like going to the movie theater and watching Avengers Endgame and fast forwarding to the end of the movie. You didn't see none of the beginning. You didn't see none of the middle. You just went straight to the end just so you could see the Avengers Endgame movie. Does that make a lot of sense to a lot of y'all? Well, you have a friend that you went to high school and college with that does stupid shit like this. They fast forward to the end of a TV show and say, there, I seen the episode. And you look at them with they look on their face like you didn't even see the beginning. You didn't even see the middle. You just fast forward to the end. And then I get a lot of guys that'll send me some comments, or I'll get this one idiot, I won't say his name, but he'll go on Facebook and he'll go, you think you can make the same video twice? It's like, no, you dumbass. Once a video has been made, it's been made. And I'm not calling you guys dumbasses, but I'm saying this one guy on Facebook that speaks to me behind the scenes because he can't get laid for the love of money. I mean, he can't get laid. Trust me, he can't. And he asks for the same video to get made every single time I talk to him. That's what I mean when I say dumbass. Because he is actually a dumbass. And the definition of a dumbass is somebody who asks you to give you 5 scenarios, and then you give them 5 scenarios, and then they turn around and they ask for it all over again. So that's what I mean by dumbass. You guys, by no stretch of imagination, are dumb. You're very smart and intelligent. I'm just trying to explain to you on video how complicated it is to make these videos when somebody asks for the same video to get made when it's already been made. And I'm going to make a future video about that too. But in this case, young women are just like when they went to high school and college. They're going to talk about guys that play basketball and football, baseball, track and field. They're going to talk about who got into a fight. They're going to talk about what celebrity they want to have sex with. And when you try to spit your best game at them, you're going to get rejected. Now, for the co-worker that talked about he wants some answers, do me a big favor. Stop watching gangster hip-hop rap videos and stop trying to imitate those guys in the rap videos that say, yo, mom, or hey, mom, or you think I can get, what's your name? Can I get your number? That's not a form of a conversation, okay? If you go to a nightclub anywhere in Los Angeles or New York City for that matter, and you go into a club and you talk like that, the only thing you're going to get back in return, it's more and more rejection. And the girl's going to think you're stupid. The girl's going to think you have no education of any kind. She's going to assume you didn't finish high school, you never went to college, and she's going to assume you don't have no job if you keep talking like that. And then it's going to be called judge a book by its cover. And I know plenty of guys who went years talking like that, and to this day, they still don't have a girlfriend because they watch too many rap videos and they have that stupid hood mindset and they can't get nowhere. Don't do that. And I've made YouTube videos on how to talk, how to socialize with women. You might still get rejected, but the good part about that is the girl will still talk to you even if she rejected you. But if you start that, hey mama, yo mama, hey baby, can I get your name and your number? Maybe we can go catch a date. You start talking like that, you can forget her talking to you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Now, for the sad truth that no one wants to hear. Young, attractive women have what they call an attention span. It goes real fast. You know, 1 minute they're interested in you, and then the next minute they're interested in someone else. It's like night and day. And when I say young women are just like the women that you went to high school and college, they are. And a lot of times, if you go into these working environments, a lot of the young women that these guys have mad crushes on, usually they're not that physically sexually attractive. Usually these are average looking girls. Usually these girls got bad acne. These girls are fat. Some of these girls don't know how to talk themselves. Some of these girls are antisocial. And a lot of times the guy, if he's a mangina or a simp or an beta male, he'll hype the girl up. The girl could be a 5, right? To me and you, the girl at the workplace is a 5. He'll make it seem like that the girl's a damn 10. And when you get into the story, you're like, man, this bitch is a fucking 5 or a 6. And maybe on her best day, she a 7. But he make it sound like she's a 9 or a 10. And then you'll ask him, are you getting laid? Are you getting the phone number? He'll go, no, I've been talking to her for 10 months. And you'll probably look at the guy like, let me get this straight. You've been talking to a girl that's a 5 or a 6 for 10 months. You ain't got no phone number. And you ain't getting laid. But you blow her up like she's a 9 or a 10. But she's a 5 or a 6. Type of nonsense. So, that's what I want to explain to you guys in this YouTube video. Stop fast forwarding to the end of these videos so you can get the answers to your problem, and then you try this shit out at the mall or at the movies, and then when you get rejected by the girl or publicly humiliated and embarrassed, then you come back to me talking about, I tried your stuff and it didn't work. What I said was, you got to watch the beginning of the video, the middle of the video, and the end. There's 3 acts to a movie. The beginning would be called chapter 1. The middle would be called chapter 2. And the ending would be chapter 3. Watch all 3 parts of the video. Stop fast forwarding to the end of the video just so you can get the answers. Because it's just like high school. You take a math book out and you go to the end of the book to get the answers, and then the math teacher mark your answers down, because even though if they're correct, the teacher marks them down because you did not show the breakdown to how you got the answer. It's like when someone gets a car. You don't just get a car. There is a breakdown to getting a car, right? First, you got to get prescription reading glasses. Then you got to go to driving school. Then you got to do behind the wheel driving. Then you have to go to the DMV and take the written exam, the eye exam. And then you have to take the driving exam to pass to get your driver's license. You see how you have to go through all of those stages just to get a driver's license? And then you got to save up money for 5 years just to acquire a car. Now you see all that you have to go through to get the car? Well, getting laid is the same thing. Getting laid requires a series of stages. There's your physical appearance. There is your hygiene, your clothes, your shoes, the way you talk, the way you approach, the way you present yourself, the way you act around people, good and bad. All of that will determine if you get laid or if you have a hard time getting laid or not. And when people just want the answers so they can go out and get laid, it's not a movie or a television show where you try that and it actually works. In the real world, it's a lot more complex. A nice way of saying it, it's better said than done. I mean, just because I said that's the answer, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work right away. It could take 3 months. It could take 6 months. It could take a year. If you're terrible, it could take 2 or 3 years for what I said to actually work in your favor. The pickup artists will just lie to you and tell you, oh, you can get laid by the end of the week, and then you find out by the end of the week you're still getting rejected. You go back to that pickup artist, he'll say, so this video is to talk about young women, and I'm talking about young women. Now, can you get laid by a young, attractive woman at your workplace? The answer is yes. The thing is, you got to figure out the politics. You also have to figure out how to get her to cooperate. And most importantly, you got to learn how to talk socially. And I think where most men get confused is they don't know the difference between I learn how to talk and I learn how to talk to a woman. And I'm going to have to make a YouTube video for that as well, because I think my coworker just talked and he thinks talking is talking to women. So I'm probably going to make another video called what's the difference between I learn how to talk socially and how I learn how to talk socially to women. They both sound so much the same, but they're both different. So I guess I'm going to have to make a video for that as well, because I wouldn't have to make this video if he didn't did what he did, but he did, and I have to explain to him, if you weren't getting these women attention in high school and college, it's not going to happen at the workplace. Usually you have to do this outside the workplace. And he want me to give him some words and some pointers. I'll give you some words and some pointers. How about self-improvement? How about taking a look in the mirror and taking the worst parts of yourself and turning into the best version of yourself? Going to the gym would be one place to start. It's not me picking on you. It's not me getting on you. It's me giving you an observation to fix the problem. It starts with yourself. It's not the women, it's yourself. Something about yourself the women don't like. And that's usually one case of guys getting rejected by young women. So yeah, you can have sex with young women, but the question is, what are you doing for the young woman to either give you sex or to refuse? So I hope this video was helpful. I don't want to make this video too long. Until next time, peace.